Five ETFs are listing on the JSE this morning, and Vladimir Nedeljkovic, head of investment products over at Absa Capital, joins us from the JSE to take us through what exactly we're looking at. Vladimir, thanks so much for joining us this morning. So we've got Absa Capital listing five component ETFs this morning. Take us through the suite that's being introduced here and what exactly we're looking at.
Yes, good morning. It's great to be talking to you. Absa Capital is, as you know, a leading provider of ETFs in the South African markets, and today we are bringing a component of a suite of products that are designed specifically for the institutional investors, but also for the retail space. With these five products, we will be bringing to the investors the access to the major asset classes and the investment team. So the products that we will bring into the market is the SWIX equity ETF tracking the SWIX index, the innovative equity momentum ETF, and we are bringing the exposure to the government bonds with the product that tracks the Gavi index, the inflation-linked bond, government inflation-linked bonds with the ILBI product. And we are also bringing, we are quite proud of that, we are bringing the first money market ETF in South Africa, which is the Tracy 3-month ETF.
Mm-hmm. It pretty much is sensible, you know, the equities exposure, nominal bonds, inflation-linked bonds exposure that we're getting. Also now this newly introduced exposure to money markets as well, Vladimir. It spans across asset classes. What does stand out, though, is the equity momentum portfolio, because that gives investors access to investment themes and risk factors. So what exactly are we looking at on this front?
Well, absolutely. If you look at the way that active managers invest money, you will see that the major exposure that they have is in risk factors such as the value, momentum, market, and size. And we already have in our ERAFI suite of ETFs, you already have basically exposure to value. We are bringing the SWIX as a market exposure, and this is the third major risk factors that we are bringing to the investors. And in the South African space, basically most active asset managers divide their money between value and momentum, and this is an opportunity to bring this into the passive ETF space.
What kind of response have you got from the institutional investor community out there, on announcement of these products coming to light?
Yes, we are obviously just launching these products now. We have had preliminary discussions with institutions, and we are continuing with our roadshows. The feedback that we have is very positive, because we are bringing innovative products at a cost that is extremely competitive, and we want to bring these products at prices that will be quite attractive to the institutional investors.
When you say extremely competitive, just how competitive, Vladimir? Because that's one of the standout points as well of accessing these, these avenues, is that it's associated with low cost, as opposed to what you would ordinarily be exposed to via traditional products.
Well, we are positioning our products to be the most cost efficient in the market. Just to give you some an example, we are basically trying to have our products at the total expense ratio between 17 and the maximum 34 basis points. So that is going to be very, very competitive. Extremely competitive,
yeah,
both in the institution and the retail space.
We've looked at costs relative to traditional products. What about risks relative to traditional products?
Well, that is another beauty of passive products. We are tracking well-established benchmark indices. The tracking errors by design are basically zero. So by investing in these products, we can quite easily isolate those risk factors and give investors the pure exposure to them. The investors are not exposed to the style bias and all the other issues that they have when investing actively.
Mm-hmm. And just how easy is accessibility?
It is incredibly easy. It is basically, you will have access to the whole portfolio, the whole index by purchasing one single security on the JSE. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Vladimir, let's leave it there. Thanks so much for your time this morning. Vladimir Nedeljkovic is Head of Investment Products over at Absa Capital.